Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan Cast live show, weekly pick'em. We back at it. We got the records down. We got Max, you got me. What's going on, Max? How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm glad we both wore black for the Raiders' funeral this week.
I got dark blue, but
I started blue.
it's all right. It's dark blue, colorblind motherfucker, but it's all right.
Bad lighting. Bad lighting. I stand by it. Raiders' funeral, dark colors. Let's do it, baby.
Close enough, man. Close enough. Hopefully, it's not the Raiders funeral, but you know who's not trending towards 0-3 around here? The Max and Juan Cast, bro. I like to think of us. We about what? This is light work now, Max. This is at least what 40th, almost 50th live show that we have, something like that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Ain't nothing to me.
That's what I mean. We undefeated, never lost. All yes, right. Sir. And if you guys want to be part of a family that's undefeated and never lost, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. All right. We do basketball, we do football content, we do live content like this. Sometimes we live stream games, draft, you know, all that good stuff. And if you guys already subscribe, you already know the deal. Hit the like button, smash that shit. It helps us out, bro. It helps out the algorithm, helps out our podcast. And the best part is it's free. It's a free way to support the channel, man. Today, of course, pick'ems. Did you want to get into Monday night at some point, or do you want to get into it when we talk about the team?
Like Eagle Nation, Bleeding Green.
There's only one
Eagles
nation.
Fly, Viking Skull. Shout out to you guys, big play Slay. I told Juan, this is all I'm gonna say. I've never, and Juan, you can confirm, I've never been more wrong about a quarterback. Now, I still believe in my heart of hearts, Jalen Hurts has some limitations as a quarterback.
Yeah.
But the way I've talked about him through 2 years, I considered him trash. And I always said we should never trade
more than trash. I mean,
I thought that boy was some sweet, sweet trash.
I can quote unquote say before the draft period, Max and Joey laughed at me when I said Jalen Hurts could be drafted this year as a quarterback, and they laughed. They said we don't even think the dude's gonna get drafted.
Sixth is like best case scenario, much to my and I was absolutely horrified when they drafted him in the second round. I was like, why the F are we doing that to Wentz? We can't get him any weapon. Wentz was like the MVP in the NFL basically 1 year. I was horrified, and much to my own chagrin, over 2 years, it's like you always say, the guy gets better and better. He's never going to have the Josh Allen arm, but that's okay because his arm looked lively. He made quarterback throws, and I've seen him grow in the pocket this year that I never thought.
That's what it's all about.
Sneaky athlete quarterback. Joey loves to talk about Trey Lance as a freak. Jalen Hurts, he might not be the burner, but he's a freaky type of guy in my book, man.
Yeah,
I'm happy he's the Eagles quarterback one. Keep interrupting me, dog. I appreciate it. But I'm happy he's my quarterback now. I was a fucking hater. You won me over, dog.
Facts.
Until you lose a game, then I'm going to be fucking hating you again. Because that's how we do in Eagle Town, baby.
Look, man, he's a freak athlete. He's improved every single year. That's just the facts of it. And he's showing again this year. He's throwing over the middle. Something that he has not done in the past. More confidence. Part of it is the team.
Deep ball to Quez Watkins. And this is one other thing I got to say to Juan. This is a public apology, just a little bit. The Raiders still suck at fucking drafting.
Yeah,
but the Eagles made a bad draft pick in Jalen Reagor. But it definitely helped that we got Quez Watkins to replace him.
Can I get this one out of you?
It doesn't matter, asshole, because you guys didn't do it.
I know,
it didn't happen.
But look,
stop.
Can I get this one out of you too?
What's up?
Can you just say you were wrong and I was right in my draft evaluation on just drafting Justin Jefferson and passing up on all those other receivers?
I like Justin Jefferson. What are you talking about?
I know, but can you just give me my flowers though? Can you just say like you were right? You thought like I was crazy to do that.
I thought you were a Henry. No. I don't even want to open this can of worms. You're like, I want to be a fast guy. Freaking face guys can suck.
I said, look.
I said, and I remember the only guy I would draft for you guys, if you don't get Justin Jefferson much later in the draft, you get Henry Ruggs because at least he's got some game-changing dynamic trait. I said, if you want to wait, go with Jefferson in the late teens. You were right, though. Justin Jefferson was a monster. You liked him the best out of everybody. I think he was right behind CeeDee Lamb for me. Justin Jefferson's a dog. You were right. Half of it. You were half
All
right,
of it,
my
all
guy.
of it. You
Half
thought I was
right.
crazy to pass up on top tier talent at the time.
So did you take in Jefferson at 9?
If I didn't have no trade down options, which apparently Mike Mayock just never had trade offers, apparently, because he loves to overdraft. But if that was the case, I would have drafted him at 9. I would have, but I would have found a trade offer to move down to at least 15 and drafted him.
You were half right, one.
I was all the way right. All right,
you
asshole.
were half right. We
all
half right.
But you know what I was right on, baby? 9-7, a W week for Team Juan, whatever the fuck you want to call us, Raider Nation. I don't care, Black Hole. You know what I mean? I don't care. I'm taking all team names right now. I'm Team Black Hole. I'm sticking with it. I'm only 2 games down from fucking Max. I'm coming for you, dog. All right.
I will say this: we would have much better records, bro, if some teams just held their fucking leads, bro. We would have had such a good record,
That's
bro.
facts.
We got shafted in the fourth quarter of so many of these games. Me and Juan are sorry there these 2 weeks where we haven't been as good as we usually are. We gonna bounce back, and Juan, I'm gonna wrap up the Monday talk with this. Tennessee looks really bad. Buffalo, muy bueno.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go ahead and move on, man. Let's get into these pick'ems. All right. So, first game, Green Bay 1-1, Tampa Bay 2-0, traveling to Tampa Bay. Some of the betting info for this one: the Tampa Bay Buccaneers only favored by 1.5 points, -130 for the money line. Green Bay is +110. Over under for this one, 42 points. Some of the injuries: Green Bay side, Quay Walker, questionable, still with that shoulder. Bakhtiari, same thing with the knee. He is also questionable. And some of the injuries on the Bucs side: Chris Godwin, hamstring, questionable. Donovan Smith, questionable. And Julio Jones with a knee, questionable. What else is new with Julio Jones?
Week 1 looked so promising.
Look, this one's interesting, Max. To me, have the Bucs looked that good? They haven't, right? I'm not tripping about that.
Not offensively. And week 1, you catch Dallas at a bad time. Dak gets hurt. Shitty O-line. Week 2, they trounced the Saints because of Jameis's INTs at the end. But the Saints defense did their job. They made it frustrating. And if we have the storylines, if you want to throw them up there, Mike Evans, he's out for this game, suspended for fighting with Marshawn Lattimore. That's a big deal for Brady, who's already been really frustrated with his play callers. Look, I think this game comes down to one thing. Both these quarterbacks can make magic. But which wide receiver group is going to step up? Because both are unproven. Maybe Green Bay has the advantage with Lizard. But it's kind of thin right now in the receiving group for both these teams. For 2 great quarterbacks, awful receiving options this week probably.
Yeah. And I just can't see the Bucs winning this game, dude. I got Green Bay. I'm not, look, a lot of people are still going to probably take week 1 into account. I'm not going to do that. I believe in Aaron Rodgers. I believe in the half-ass offense that they do have. I think they found the recipe. Like, it's run the ball, AJ Dillon, Aaron Jones, smash and dash. A little bit here to Watkins, a little bit here to Lazard. Their defense is getting adjusted. They're getting better as the weeks go. The Bucs depleted. They're not that good. Tom Brady doesn't look like Brady of last year, at least. I'm not going to say he looks terrible, but I'm rolling with the Packers, man. I'm going to go. Do you have our scores on here?
Yes, I have the scores, my guy. You in the wrong overlays. I just want to call you out publicly today. We're not even starting on fucking Thursday, dog.
My bad, dog. What's your score, though?
I got Packers 31-14.
31-14. As I
Sorry,
changed the
table.
brand,
Sorry, table.
as I changed the brand. Don't look up top, Max. Don't get mad at me. Oh my
Oh my!
god. Oh my god.
It's
It's
Wednesday. It's Hump Day. We out here struggling to catch a dub one. Look at you, 6-10 again, dog.
oh
There you go.
man.
Look at us. Now we look right. Get us right, man. Come on.
Yeah, we gonna get right. We gonna get right. Did you put the scores in here though, right?
I mean, you all over the place. We're gonna do this one without the scores. We're doing this one without it. You didn't even hit the
I don't
betting
think you
info.
low key though. I don't think you. I put the betting info, but I think you forgot the scores.
Just want to go home me on the
I'm going with
podcast
Green
like
Bay though.
this.
Okay, I'm going Green Bay. That's besides the point. I'm going Green Bay. Let's go ahead and move on to the Thursday night game. Real
Let's
swift,
move
like
back in time. We're
let's
going
move back
back.
in time. Thursday night football. Pittsburgh traveling to Cleveland. Both of these teams are 1-1. Some of the betting info for this one. We got Cleveland favored by 4.5 points. I just think personally that's kind of crazy. Cleveland money line -210. Pittsburgh is +175. The over under for this one 38. Vegas knows it's not going to be a lot of scoring in this one probably. Let's go to the.
No, I'm taking over for a second. I'm proving you wrong, dog. I have
Oh
to
my
prove you fucking
goodness.
wrong. Oh my god, I'm embarrassed. Go back.
Yeah,
Go back
yeah,
quickly. They hold
exactly.
me.
Some of the injuries for this one. We got Browns, Jack Conklin, knee questionable. Jadeveon Clowney is out with an ankle. And then on Pittsburgh side, TJ Watt's still out. He's on IR. And then Devin Bush with a foot. He's questionable. Look, man, let's just be real. I like Pittsburgh. I like Mike Tomlin. But last week, what it did show me is that TJ Watt, if I'm looking at it from a betting perspective, and if I like work with the Sharks in Vegas, TJ Watt should be accounted for some points. Like that's how much I think of TJ Watt. And I think last week they really did miss him. I would have thought if TJ Watt played, he would have been the difference maker in that Patriots game. And I'm feeling the same way here with the Browns. Like if TJ Watt was playing, I could see him getting a couple sacks, a turnover, short field, getting some points for the Steelers. But I just don't think they have enough, man. Mitch Trubisky, I'm not a believer in him. I think it's Kenny Pickett time. When will we see it on Thursday night? There's a high percentage, Baker had his chance on Thursday night a couple of years back, but I'm going with the Browns, man. What about you? What do you think?
I agree with you on. It's definitely time for Pickett time. Mitch Trubisky's looked pretty bad, especially a guy we thought would be a pretty good addition after the year he had in Buffalo. I got to go with the Browns without TJ Watt. It's too big of a injury to sustain for them. I'm going Browns 17-14. It'll be a close game. These teams always play close, and that's really it. Sorry, I was gonna say something, but I couldn't remember.
I got the Browns also 20-14. Like I said, TJ Wattless going with the Browns, man. And this is huge for the Browns, Max, because they're on Deshaun Watson. Watch. They got to have a good record. They blew that one last week. If they blow this one, the Browns are in danger. Like their season can drastically fall down because the schedule doesn't get any easier for them. Let's go ahead and move on to the Texans and the Bears. Texans traveling to Chicago. Texans are yet to get a win. They're 0-1-1 with that tie. The Bears are 1-1. Some of the betting info. Chicago favored by 3 points. Money line, Houston +135. Chicago is -160. The over-under for this one is 40.5. I am smashing that under like no other. I think this one is definitely going to go under in the points. Two bad offenses, especially with the Bears. I want to say they've only thrown 28 times this year, Max, in 2 games.
Well,
That's
monsoon,
insane.
and then the next game, which they were just like, we're not going to throw that much this game. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Injuries on the Texan side. Justin Britt, personal issues, I guess. Personal day. He's out.
Yeah, I guess so. He's out.
Injuries for the Chicago side.
Same
N'Keal
shit.
Harry. ankle, IR, and David Moore. Not a good sign because they're already short at receiver.
They've been out like the whole freaking year, man. So again, other than Mooney and maybe Komet, who is he throwing to? Justin Fields. That's like I feel like Justin Fields just got the worst case of any quarterback in the league. Like, you can make fun of Detroit. Jared Goff's got weapons. You can make fun of Davis Mills. At least he has Brandon Cooks, OJ Howard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you can make fun of yeah. So who else has it worse than him?
It's hard to say, man.
Like, I feel so bad for the guy. It's bad, man.
Seahawks, but they have
DK and Tyler.
Yeah, them it's really with the quarterback. Can't say Pittsburgh, can't say Cincinnati. No one in the AFC West for sure.
New England, maybe.
Yeah, New England's a close one.
At least you have good coaching, good O-line, good run game.
Yeah, it's really bad in Chicago, man. And look, I wish there was a bet on like a team that is predicted to be the worst team in the league, but you bet them not to be. Like the Texans, dude, we said it in the preview. They were not going to be the worst team in the league. They have some talent. I really love their defense, dude. Jalen Petrie and Derek Stingley are turning into some of my favorite players in the NFL, especially Jalen Petrie. He's playing like if he's just back at Baylor. He's all over the place. I love how the Texans run him. And Derek Stingley battling with Cortland Sutton last week. I think he's going to show off good this week. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a pick. I'm going to roll with the Texans, dude. I don't know about you.
I'm going the Chicago Bears 23-20, all because of Justin Fields. I got faith. I want to get a game up on you. Texans are fool's gold. Bears, they got to win. Texans don't got shit. Come on, Bears. The Bears.
I can't see the Bears scoring 23 points. I got 23-10 Texans. They're due for a win. They've been playing their fucking hearts out. You got to roll with Davis Mills. You got to roll with my boy Neck.
Just because you got heart don't mean you got heart, bro. You should know that.
Hey, that's a
your
great
team don't have heart.
That's a great transition.
Ooh, we got Raiders and Titans.
Got Raiders and Titans, man. Both 0-2 apiece. 10 a.m. game. Raiders traveling to Tennessee. Some of the betting info for this one. We got Vegas favored by 2 points. That money line or that spread has moved drastically after the Titans got their ass kicked on Monday night. At one point, they were favored. After the Bills destroyed them, though, that has changed. Money line, Vegas is -130. Tennessee is +110. The over-under for this one is 45.5. Injuries on the Raiders side. Anthony Averett still out with that thumb. Trayvon Moehrig, hip, questionable. Hunter Renfrow, concussion, questionable. Titan side, Taylor Lewan, who got hurt on Monday Night Football, knee, he is questionable. Ola Adandie, wrist, questionable. Max, where do we start, man? Somebody has to win. Something has to give.
Freaking alert. Red alert. This game reminds me of the Brett Favre Vikings when they were 0-3 playing the Cowboys that were 0-3. Somebody's got to win this game. It might not mean anything in the long run, but if you're a Raider fan, you got to just pray to God your team comes out, plays 2 good halves of football. Let's be real. The Raiders have been closer to these wins than Tennessee. Tennessee's looked bad, especially coming off Monday night where I said in the beginning of the show, it's bad. It's bad in Tennessee. Josh Allen took you to the woodshed. Devontae Adams, step up. Everyone on the Raiders, all hands on deck. If you want any chance to go back to the playoffs, you got to have this one. Red alert. Red alert. Come on.
You said it best. Season's on the line. Everyone has to show up in a big way. And you have to stop Derrick Henry. It's the main objective because without Derrick Henry, the Titans are useless. Robert Woods is washed. Treylon Burks is a rookie at the end of the day. Ryan Tannehill is going through the biggest regression I have seen from a quarterback in a long time. Their defense,
is regressed.
It's Kevin Byard. Yeah, it's not that good. And part of it is because their offense doesn't do any good for them. But the Raiders are good enough to score on any defense. And I say that with confidence. You should be able to score on anyone. It shouldn't matter how good their defense is. And Carr has to play good. Crosby, the whole gang, dude. I got a close one. Of course, I'm picking the Raiders. And of course, Max did me dirty because he forgot the graphics for this one. But
bro, I'm telling you, something's fucking up, bro. I'm getting fucking pissed now. I'm going to check, man. This is fucking frying my fucking brain. I counted them all last night. This is some fucking bullshit. You deleted them or something to make me look bad.
Raiders, I got them winning 24-23. A very, very close one.
I got the Raiders going 27-14. I think the Tennessee, you can't look like that and expect to win a game.
Yeah, that's facts, dude. They looked so bad, dude. They got destroyed. Let's move on to the Kansas City Chiefs, 2-0, traveling to Indy, who haven't got a win themselves, 0-1-1 with a tie. Kansas City, minus 6.5 points, traveling to Indiana. That's just way too much, Max. 6.5 points, and you're the road team? Money line for this one, KC minus 285. Indy is plus 228. The over-under for this one is 49.5 points. Injuries for the Chiefs. Harrison Buckner, ankle, he's out. McCole Hardman, ankle, questionable. Justin Watson, the guy who made a pick six in that Thursday night football game against Justin Herbert for a touchdown, he is questionable. Injuries on the Colts side. Shaquille Leonard, a.k.a. Darius Leonard. I cannot get used to that. Back, questionable. Michael Pittman, quad, questionable. And Alec Pierce, concussion, questionable. Look, the Colts
I don't
have
think
been
it's
dealing with
much of a spread, bro. I'm just going to say that right now.
I think it is.
Trounced. You got trounced.
There's no reason to look for optimism, but I mean, man, 6.5 for the Chiefs. I know they're good, they're undefeated, but man, like I would call it at least like 4 points. To me, they're not giving the Colts any type of respect.
How do they give respect, bro? How do they give respect after that?
At the end of the day, they got Frank Wright. They were a playoff team last year. They still got a good offensive line. And to top it all off, Max, they were dealing with injuries last week.
They weren't a playoff team.
Oh, yeah, they weren't a playoff team.
They were close.
I forgot they collapsed.
But no cigar.
But they did not have Michael Pittman last week or Darius Leonard last week. And Darius Leonard is a playmaker. He's a difference maker. I'm looking up with some optimism. Am I crazy to think that the Colts can pull this off? They beat them before.
For all the shit I said in one, I'm going with the Colts on the last. This is my last bet on fucking Indy.
On the same boat.
If these
assholes
lose 27-24 Colts, I think the Chiefs come in there, little bit head high, getting the Chargers, long rest, taking it easy on the sorry-ass Colts, and the Colts are going to play. You can't underestimate a desperate team. And the Colts are super desperate. They're lucky they're 0-1-1.
Yeah. I feel like if you get trounced in this game by the Chiefs, like, I get it. It's the Chiefs, and you shouldn't be embarrassed of that. But if you're the Colts, man, your season's over at 0-3. Like, to me, it's a must win. You're at home. Hopefully, you get your playmakers back. I got Colts 31-29, man. I think the Chiefs are going to get their first loss. This one's tough, though. This one scares the living shit out of me. But if you're a bettor out there, it wouldn't be a bad idea to roll with the Colts this week. It's a good bet, at least in our opinion, because we're rolling with them. Marquee matchup of the week, low-key, Max? Bills and Dolphins. Who would have thought? The Dolphins 2-0.
2-0, baby.
The Bills are traveling to that humid-ass fucking city in Miami. Probably going to be like 99 degrees with 75% humidity or some bullshit like that. It's going to be a tough one, man. The Bills coming in after that Monday night ass kicking on the Titans. Betting info for this one, Buffalo minus 5.5 points. Money line, Buffalo minus 235, plus 192 for the Dolphins. The over-under for this one, 53.5 points. That's tough, man. They're thinking that the points are going to be rolling in this one. To me, Vegas is on to something. They don't trust Tua. Buffalo 5.5 favorites. Some of the injuries for Buffalo, Matt Milano, stinger, questionable. He'll most likely play, though. Micah Hyde, neck, questionable. On the Dolphin side, Austin Jackson, ankle, questionable. Cedric Wilson, ribs, questionable. And Channing Tadal, illness, questionable. What were you going to say, Max?
No, I agree. I think Buffalo has all hands on deck, and I think this is a game for Miami. It's a test game. You kind of got off week 1 with a bad Patriots team who might be okay. Last week, you have a miracle of all miracles against the Ravens, and you already know my Tua spiel from last week. Yeah, he played the game of his life, but he also had 180 yards that was just blown coverages, which isn't realistic. Buffalo's well coached. They don't have a lot of injuries in the back end other than Micah Hyde. They're rolling right now. I would say I don't think Miami's really rolling. They kind of got lucky last week. They were down 35-14. You got to find some way to slow down Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. I mean, I lost this week in fantasy because they had Diggs. I was like, okay, I guess I'm just going to take that loss.
Yeah, he's looking ridiculous right now. The Bills are on fire. I'm not going to make this mistake again. I picked against them in week 1, thinking, a little bit too much Bills hype. Maybe they get, beat by the champs, the defending champs. I'm not believing in this Tua hype, though. If he wins this game and he looks impressive, man, like, we're going to get close to eating our words. And me and Max don't have no problem with that. We'll eat crow. When we're wrong, we'll admit that we're wrong. We're not going to stick with that narrative and be some fucking assholes. Okay.
You just heard me about Jalen Hurts like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly. So we can admit when we're wrong. Tua, look, the Tua fucking, I want to call them the Tua soldiers out there. The Tua something, dude.
Because, the Tua militia, bro.
Yeah, man, because so many people come to defend Tua. The Tua fanboys are crazy. They're all over the place, man. To me, I don't believe it. I just can't. If you want to check that out, we made
2 picks last week too that were pretty badly thrown balls, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And there was big coverage breakdowns, like you said in our clip, Max. Like, you can't ignore that. I don't see the Bills doing that. The Bills are on fire. The one thing that would scare me with them is maybe the run game catches up with the Bills this week. They haven't been able to run the ball at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, they haven't had to.
No,
so it hasn't really fucking mattered, dude. They just throw out Zach Moss and Devin Singletary and they say, fuck it. Like, go ahead and make some plays here and there. But Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, way too much firepower. We're both rolling with the Bills. I got the Bills 30-20.
Yeah, for all the same reasons, 27-17. There's a difference in the quarterbacks of these two teams. You're going to see it this Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go ahead and move on to the Detroit Lions traveling to Minnesota, coming off that Monday night loss against the Eagles. Lions coming off a win, on the other hand. The Minnesota Vikings are favored by 6 points. Money line, Detroit plus 205. Minnesota is minus 250. The over-under for this one is 43.5 points. Injuries on the Lions side, Frank Ragnow, foot questionable. Jonah Jackson and Jamison Williams are both questionable. Viking side, Andrew Booth, he is out with a quad, and Harrison Smith is questionable with a concussion. They got their ass kicked, dude. Their defense really showed on Monday night. I think that was the big turning point as far as like what was the big difference. And their cornerbacks suck. Let's just be honest. Patrick Peterson is washed. Dantzler is not that good. When you bring that into account, you're facing the Lions, and these ain't the same Lions of like a couple years back.
This ain't your daddy's Lions.
This ain't your daddy's Lions. This is low-key the Matthew Stafford Lions reincarnating because they can score some fucking points, dude. Armand St. Brown having a career year already to start off. Jared Goff, like I said, he's capable of throwing 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, having a big game. He is capable of doing it. And then we haven't even got to the offensive line in DeAndre Swift. It's the best as they come.
I think that's a similarity between the Eagles and the Lions, and this game is the battle of the Eagle losers, I like to call it, because we got both these teams, we got their number, but Minnesota's defensive line isn't that great either, and if you can overpower them and kind of get the run game going, you can kind of just manhandle them, and that's what I think Detroit's going to do. I'm going to go Detroit 28-20. As long as Jared Goff doesn't throw this game away and they cover Justin Jefferson, I think they have a really good chance of winning this game. Detroit looks good.
Yeah. Shout out to Darius Slay, man. D Slay, a.k.a. Big Play Slay, shutting down Justin Jefferson. And I say that confidently. It's not one of these bullshit like, did he slow him down? Did he really guard him all the time? I kind of alluded. Yeah, I alluded to it in our pick'em. I'm just going to say our recap because it was on Sunday night. I said, like, if Darius Slay can travel and he can hold up his own, they got a chance of winning, and that's what he did. And I just can't see that on the Lions side. Like, who's gonna travel on their team? Like Jeffrey Okudah, maybe Walker, or who's the guy with the crazy last name? It starts with an O. I'm forgetting his name. Excuse me, but I can see Justin Jefferson still getting some points out here.
Yeah, I can't think of his name either, but I know who you're talking about.
Olawar,
yeah, I don't know how to say it.
or something.
Yeah, he's
something
solid.
crazy
but I'm
like
going
that.
Lions one. It don't matter. 28-20.
I got a shootout, 35-31. Lions don't have no defense, but they're gonna be able to outscore the Vikings, I feel like.
I'm with you.
Let's move on. New England Patriots having a home game, hosting the Baltimore Ravens, 1-1 apiece, both teams. Is this 2012 or 13? Because this will be a primetime game, I felt like.
These ain't your daddy's teams right here. There's no defenses. There's no Ray Lewis, Vince Wilfork, Dante Hightower,
no
Joe
Flacco, no Anquan Bolden. None of that,
it's
bro.
new age.
New age Patriots, new age Ravens. The Ravens are 3-point favorites. Money line, Baltimore minus 165. New England is plus 140. The over-under for this one, 43.5 points. Injuries on the Patriots side, Kyle Duggar, questionable. Adrian Phillips, questionable. Nope. No injuries on the Ravens side, Max.
Marlon Humphrey's banged up. Marcus Peters and Ronnie Stanley, we yet to see him. Stop.
Nope. Stop.
Don't flash the camera.
My bad.
I just want to say, ever since you were like, this shit's easy to us, and I said it ain't shit. It's been off the podcast is back with the vengeance on us. Talking about Max don't know shit today. Slides are missing.
They are just talking.
the podcast person heard us.
Yeah.
The FBI. Go ahead, Juan. Get back to the game. I'm sorry.
Lamar Jackson to me is single-handedly like carrying this Ravens team, because honestly, him and a couple of Rashad Bateman plays, he has been the bright spot. I don't think the offensive line has been that particularly good, especially with the run blocking. They have no running backs. They don't know who to run at running back. The receivers, it's like Devin Duvernay will make a play here and there. Rashad Bateman
kickoffs.
Yeah, it's really the Lamar show. Lamar is carrying the Ravens because their defense last week, as you can see, not on the same page. They got 4 guys in the secondary that didn't play last year. And I'm counting Marcus Peters because he didn't play that much last year for them. So you got a rookie in Kyle Hamilton. You got Marcus Williams, who was on the Saints last year. And then you got another rookie in Armar Davis, the cornerback.
Yeah.
So to me, are the Patriots this bad to lose to a Lamar-centric team? Because what does Bill Belichick do best? Takes away your best player, right? But are they even able to do that anymore, Max? That's the question. Like, if you're going with the Patriots, that's the case you got to make.
Well, the Patriots historically have always had trouble containing guys like Lamar, like Cam Newton in his prime, Russell Wilson. And Lamar might be the most dynamic. Now, the receiving core might not be that talented. Like you said, the running backs right now are a nightmare. There's going to be help on the way when Gus Edwards and J.K. return. But I don't really look that highly on this Patriots team. I think Lamar is going to kind of make some unbelievable plays. It's going to propel them to the top. He'll make some runs. The only reason the run game is so good for the ball, like as good as it is for Baltimore, is because Lamar puts you in such a box where the running backs have a chance. That being said, I don't think Mac Jones is going to make any explosive plays, not because it's his fault, because other than Nelson Aguilar, who are you afraid of? And I think Baltimore's going to clean up those mistakes because let's not forget, Baltimore was up 35-14 on a really talented Miami team. I'm picking Baltimore 1, easy peasy lemon squeezy, 33-7.
I'm going with Baltimore too. I don't trust New England. I got beat by them last week, but I think Baltimore is a whole different ball game with Lamar Jackson as a difference maker on offense. And the Patriots, they're not good, dude. I'm standing by that. Bill Belichick is not that good. The only thing I can see is
you stop that right now.
He's
Don't
not.
say
He's
that about
not.
Billy B.
Billy B has lost his touch, man. He's a great.
My Lord.
He's one of the greatest head coaches of all time, but this year he's lost his touch. I can't trust
He's
Joe Judge and Matt Patricia.
He's
against what? Your boy Mitch Trubisky, who fucking sucks.
Hey, he's our boy.
What a TJ Wattless team. I don't buy it.
Bill Belichick didn't hurt them. They hurt themselves.
Bill Belichick sabotage. Fucking conspiracy theory.
What if Baltimore just decided not to get Lamar weapons because they're like, oh, we're going to tank his contract year and get him on a steal?
That'll be the stupidest thing.
Big brain thinking right there.
Yeah, conspiracy theory 101 right there from Max and me.
Put the music on to help the conspiracy theory.
We got the next game. Bengals 0-2. Jets 1-1. The Bengals are minus 4.5 points. Money line for this one, Cincinnati minus 225. The Jets are plus 185. Over under for this one, 45 points. Injuries. Drew Sample for the Bengals. He's out with a leg injury. Jets, Zach Wilson, of course, still out. CJ Uzama, questionable with a hamstring. And Quinnen Williams, questionable with a foot. All right, look, same boat as the Raiders and same boat as the Colts, kind of. It's a must win. Your season's on the line. You're on this Super Bowl hangover. Joe Burrow deleting his social medias off his phone, if that
Thank
means
God.
anything.
Oof,
I know, right?
Now we're good.
To me, Max, I rewatched a little bit of the Bengals game, and I just think they're kind of not as creative as they were last year with their offense. And yeah, the offensive line is, of course, a problem. That's the big storyline. But to me, they're not doing a lot of motions or, creative stuff with Jamar Chase. Like, to me, last year, I felt like, especially against the Raiders in the playoff game, they had some great play calling against us. Like, Jamar was jet sweeping and he was in the slot and he was outside, and then they'll hit you with T. Higgins deep and Tyler Boyd will get some work. Then they'll hit you with a screen with Joe Mixon. It's like all over the place. This year, I haven't seen any of that. And credit, Dallas, Dan Quinn did an amazing job last week, but it's concerning for the Bengals. And are they going to be able to do this against a pretty good Jets defense on the low?
Bengals, you can't F around anymore. I agree with you what you're saying. I just think the Bengals right now, they're just lining up and they're like, we're bigger, we're better. We beat you guys last year. We got this. Well, you didn't beat the Jets last year. # Mike White. So, Joe Burrow, you got to get the ball out quick because I don't think this Jets D-line is something you want to mess around with, especially with Quinn Williams. They got the guy from Cincinnati, Carl Lawson. Jermaine Johnson off the edge. Don't mess around right here. The season's over if you lose this game, Cincinnati. Preemptive strike. Cincinnati is the teabag team of the week if they lose this game. You cannot lose this game again with the backup quarterback in. The same narrative as last year. Get creative. Do a little more. Don't just line up Jamar and say, hey, Jamar's going to beat you. You know what we're going to do, but he's going to beat you. Be creative. Don't be dumb. Be Dallas without Dak Prescott. Get more creative. Get more plays out there. Everyone else has to step up around Joe Burrow. Hey, O-line, we applauded you guys in the offseason for fixing it. It's not fixed. You guys stink. Fix it. Come on.
Yeah. And just to bang on the point that we don't trust the Bengals as much in this game. This is not our lock of the week. We're not getting burned by the Bengals. Either one of us. We did not pick them for our lock. And it scares us because we know the Jets are capable. And not to even mention, they lost to the Jets last year with a backup quarterback.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you can't let that shit happen twice.
Yeah. I'm rolling with the Bengals, man, but with very cautiously. I'm going with 23-10.
Baltimore 27-24. I think it's going to take some Joe Burrow magic to get over this Jets team. Jets are trending up. Bengals right now are trending down.
Yeah. Hopefully, man. Their defense needs to create a turnover off Joe Flacco. They need to pick him off. The Eagles, the ride flying high Eagles, 2-0, traveling to Washington, who is 1-1. Eagles favored by 6.5 points. Money line for this one, Philly minus 292. Washington is plus 235. The over-under for this one is 47 points. Derek Barnett still out with an ACL on IR.
Sorry, stop clapping, everyone. Stop it. God dang it.
Chase Ruler.
I'd fucking say it. Go with it.
I don't know. Knee on IR. Chase Young, knee questionable still.
Don't skip it. Go back.
Go back. Schweitzer.
There you go.
With a leg injury, he's questionable. I got it done. All right, look, point blank. I don't think Washington's a good team. They have a bad owner. They have a bad defense, in my opinion. I truly feel like their offense is better than their defense. That's not crazy to say. And the only chance that they have is their offense going off. Like Antonio Gibson needs to get going. Carson Wentz needs to have a week 1 type game. I don't think that's going to happen, though. We talked about the Eagles in the beginning. They're fucking good, dude. They're one of the best in the NFC, like I predicted. What's the situation that you see your Eagles losing this game, Max?
Ron Rivera puts up every fucking press clipping from Philadelphia about how Carson Wentz sucks, how they always should have got rid of him. It was Nick Foles' team. It wasn't Carson Wentz. He had nothing to do with their. Hey, remember that playoff game you were in? Oh, wait, you were concussed. You don't even remember it. Okay? Carson Wentz, I'm sorry, dog. We got to do it to you. You know, Juan, I don't like doing this. I don't like watching my team destroy a quarterback I put my flag in who freaking meant a lot to me. I don't like doing that. It's just nothing I like to see. But fly, Eagles, fly. 38-10. Fuck the Commandees. Commandees nuts in your mouth. Let's go, Eagles. Come on. Don't fuck me.
I'm going with the Eagles too, man. 26-13. They're just way too talented, man.
Give me your best Eagles sound one right now. Come on. For the pod, for the culture.
I don't know. That's more like a
freedom.
That's more like a fucking pigeon, but
no.
I'm rolling with the Eagles, man. Eagles are one of my favorite teams to watch, not only because they're really good, but I have Jalen Hurts in a lot of fantasy leagues. So shout out to that. Let's move on to the Saints, 1-1, traveling to Carolina, who are 0-2. The New Orleans Saints, 3-point favorites, money line minus 160. Carolina is plus 135. The over-under for this one is 40.5 points. Injuries, Alvin Kamara, questionable. He's looking like he's going to come back and play, though. Paulson Adebo, questionable with a leg. Injuries on the Panthers side, Dante Jackson, he's questionable. And Andre Roberts, he is out with a knee injury. Straight up, look, if you're looking to bet this game, I'm betting the Panthers. I think they're better than the Saints. I did not like what I seen from the Saints.
On what fucking planet, my guy?
Look, Marshawn Lattimore is not going to be playing this week. I think DJ Moore is going to have a big game. Carolina is not bad. They've been in all their games. They're not a slapdick team. I like their defense. I like their offense. I don't trust the Saints. I don't trust Jameis Winston. He did it to me last week. He's hurt. He's playing hurt. He has fucking bruised or fractured ribs, something punctured fucking ribs, something like that. He is hurt, and it's obvious. I'm rolling with the Panthers, dude, straight up. This is one of my underdogs of the week, I guess you can say. Close game, 22-20 Panthers.
Sorry, all that bullshit you were saying got me fucked up. Saints 24-23. Jameis, open your eyes. Open them. Throw the ball to the right team. It's not his fault. He thought he was on Tampa. He never played for Carolina. I'm confident. Jameis, make me look smart, please.
You're going to lose that one, Max.
I'm scared. Right, I'm scared after the case you made. I'm a little scared.
I'm telling you, watch out for the Panthers. If I would tell you, if the Panthers wind up winning this game, they can still be a playoff team in the NFC.
Matt Rule needs take that many wins badly.
He needs to win. Yeah, he needs to win. They're not bad though. They're not. Jags 1-1 traveling to LA to go face the Los Angeles Chargers. Jags coming off that win. Chargers coming off a loss. The Chargers are 7-point favorites. Chargers are minus 335 on the money line. Jacksonville is plus 260. The over-under is 48 points. Injuries for the Jag side, nobody. They're healthy. Chargers, Keenan Allen, he's questionable. Probably going to be out, though, with that hamstring injury. Justin Hoiberg, Jay Herbo, ribs, questionable. He's day-to-day as of today. And Corey Linsley is questionable with an ankle. Look, this game all depends on Justin Herbert's health. And those ribs are a kind of thing that you just got to let him heal. There's really nothing you can do. I doubt he's been throwing at all this week. It helped out because they had a mini bye week playing on Thursday night. The Jags are not bad, though, Max. Don't get it twisted. They're pretty decent. They're just a young team who doesn't know how to win. Their defense is good. Their offense has some weapons, and Trevor Lawrence is finding his groove and reminding us why he was the number one pick. Tell me why the Chargers are going to win, because I know you're rolling with them, asshole. I know you are. What's the case? Let me hear it.
First of all, there's only room for one 6'6" quarterback in this stadium, and it's not Trevor Lawrence, baby. Playing through hurt ribs, no problem. They got too much talent on the Chargers. They're hungry after a loss. You know what Jacksonville's scared of? You know what Jaguars are scared of? One fucking lightning. Bolt up.
You know Duval Nation. One. You know Duval County is going to be taking over SoFi, right?
What the fuck's a Duval?
What's the county? Duval? That's the city.
I don't care. What's a Duval? What's a shellac? If you know, you know. This is what I'm going to say. I have faith in Khalil Mack against what I would say a shaky Jaguars line. Where's Joey Bosa on? I hear all this talk about him. I'm still not seeing him make the flashy plays. Week 1 was the Khalil Mack show. Week 2, you got around Mahomes a lot. You didn't get him down. Let's take Trevor Lawrence down. J.C. Jackson, let's jump a route. Let's get some easy points.
Sante Samuel actually catch a pick?
Maybe. That would be nice. Contain. Let's go, man. Christian Kirk's looking like a good kind of pickup, even though he's a little bit overpaid. But look, I got faith in my Chargers, 25-18. If I was a betting man, I might bet on the Jags, though, with that spread.
I'm betting the spread as well, Max. I think it's a great bet. I got a close one. I'm picking the Chargers for the sake of the pick 'em, because I do think they will win.
Charger fan one.
I got it fucking short though, man. 20-19. I think it's gonna be a fucking close one. And the only reason why the Jags are gonna lose, because they don't know how to win yet. But watch out for Josh Allen, the real Josh Allen, and Trayvon Walker, number 1 pick. Just watch out for the defense, man. I think they caught their groove last week. I love to see Devin Lloyd getting picks, Trayvon Walker getting picks and sacks. They look good, dude. I really like their defense. Let's go to the NFC West showdown. The Rams 1-1 traveling to Arizona to go face the Cardinals. The Cardinals 3.5-point underdogs in this one. Money line. The Rams minus 190. The Cardinals are plus 158. The over-under 49 points. Injuries for the Rams, Brian Allen and Troy Hill. Brian Allen is out and Troy Hill is questionable. Cardinals side, James Conner, questionable. Rondale Moore, questionable. Look, the Cardinals look like shit, dude, in the first half against the Raiders. It was the Kyler Murray show.
How you frame it, man. I hate if you let me ever do this, I'd be like, the Cardinals coming off the win of a century, coming back. The greatest comeback since Lazarus.
I can't do it like that. Do you see my fucking background?
I see it.
Can't give those
I just want you to relive the pain because the pain makes you stronger, gives you focus.
Man.
Come on, Juan. Get out of that shell. Give me focus. Give me hatred.
Why are you picking the Rams or the Cardinals? Who are you going with, first of all?
I'm going with the Rams, man. The Cardinals, they're coming off an emotional high. I don't think they're going to be able to sustain it. I think they had a miracle and half a miracle against the Raiders. It's going to be a close one, 35-33. I wouldn't be surprised if Cliff gets kind of clapped up or the Cardinals do anyway because Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, they torture that little munchkin back there. They got a little more pep in the step, a little quicker than Max Crosby. And Chandler Jones, you got to show up in games like that. Come on. I'm embarrassed for you from last week. Play hard against your old team.
I'm talking about the Raiders, asshole. I'm going with the Rams, okay? The Rams are fine. That week one, I think Buffalo was just really good. You know, I don't know what happened week one as far as their defense and offense, but the Rams are here to stay, dude. They're fine. And they showed that last week. They had a little collapse in the fourth quarter, but they're good to go. The Cardinals, on the other hand, can't trust them. It's the Kyler Murray show. I'm rolling with Bobby Wagner and the Rams 33-27. NFC West, Seahawks 1-1, hosting the Atlanta Falcons, who are 0-2. The Seahawks favored by 2 points. I feel like this one should be a pick 'em.
That's
Shout out to the 12s getting that 2 points for them. Money line for this one, ATL plus 105, Seattle minus 125. The over-under for this one is 42. Injuries on the Falcons side, of course, Deion Jones out on IR. Damian Williams questionable with ribs. Seahawks, Jamal Adams out for the year, of course. Damian Lewis, ankle questionable, and Shelby Harris with a hip injury. He is also questionable. To me, this is a pick 'em. Who do you like more? I think the Seahawks suck. I really do think so. And I think it has a lot to show about how good the Broncos are. And it has a lot to show about what week one can do as far as injury, energy wise, and Geno coming out there and the 12s being hype. I don't trust the Seahawks. I think they're a candidate to be one of the worst teams in the league. I'm rolling with the Falcons straight up, man. Do you have any reason of maybe if the Seahawks can win this game? Who are you going with?
Let me give you a hint, Juan. Caw-caw!
Battle of the Birds.
Battle of the Boys. I want my bird. My bird is a falcon. They're more talented. Drake, meet me at the London's going to go off. Seattle, you did awesome week one. That was the highlight. It's all downhill from here, baby. 23-10. Battle of the Boys. Falcons kill Seahawks.
Yeah, the only thing that's really saving the Seahawks in this one is maybe the Falcons collapse. Give up that lead that they always do, like the Raiders did last
Come
week.
on, Juan.
But I'm rolling with the Falcons too, 26-13. Let's go ahead and move on to the next game, which I already did because I fucked up in the beginning.
Congratulations,
so
you played ourselves.
Let's move on to the Sunday Night Football, baby. And I don't think you made a graphic for this one, Max.
It's on the other overlay, is it not? Are you kidding me? Bro, come on. I got some. Really? Oh my Lord, I'm so embarrassed right now. Look, I'll hit it while you look for it. San Francisco, go back to overlay 2. I don't know what happened, bro. Someone's deleting these shits, bro. San Francisco 49ers are 1-1 versus the Denver Broncos that are 1-1. Look, Jimmy G's back in the stage. He's the number one guy. Denver's O-line sucks. The spread for this one, Niners are favored by 1.5. You take the Broncos, you get 1.5 points. 49ers, the money line, minus 125. The Broncos are plus 105. Over-unders 45. Oh, man. It's looking a little rough in Denver. It's looking a little rough in San Francisco, man.
There's a reason why they're 1.5 point favorites only. This, I think if this game was being played week one, what would the Broncos be? At least 3 points.
I would go with that, especially. Well, I think the Niners are in a better state right now without Trey Lance. He was a developmental guy. He's ankle, IR, George Kittle, groin. I think he's going to play this week. Elijah Mitchell, we all know he's out for a few more weeks. On the Denver side, Jerry Jeudy hurt his ribs. Patrick Surtain, shoulder. He's questionable. Justin Simmons is going to be out, I think, for 4 weeks. They put him on the short-term IR with a quad injury.
All right, Max. So I seen your pick. Okay. So what do you think about this game? I'm really interested to hear why.
I think Denver's been on the cusp for 2 weeks, and yeah, it was bad in the red zone, but they've been on the cusp. Let's be real. They lost to Seattle because their running backs fumbled on the 1-yard line twice.
Mhm.
They're on the cusp. I think Russell Wilson's kind of needs to prove why they got him. I think this is the game to do it. You got to be able to block this 49ers front seven. But I like their chances, man. I think they're going to be a little, as long as they can keep the Niners run game in check, let Jimmy G make a few bad throws, they got a chance. I'm going with Denver 23-20. It's a really close game. I'm not very confident one. I just got a gut feeling about Go Hawks. You know, Russ is the Niner killer.
He is the Niner killer. I completely forgot about that, thinking about this game. But I'm going with San Francisco straight up. 30-17. I don't trust Denver right now. I really don't. It's not an AFC West beef thing. It's a tape thing. I rewatched them in week 2. Russ does not look like Russell Wilson. And he's not as mobile as he was. He kind of looks like the last couple weeks we've seen with Seattle. He's looking like that Russell Wilson, like kind of just unathletic, missing throws left and right. I believe he started off the game like 2 for 11 or something horrible. And their defense is undisciplined. It's not a Vic Fangio defense like last year, like I've been banging on the table about. And the Niners, they're going to be a lot better with Jimmy Garoppolo. They're going to be a lot more balanced. They're going to throw the ball a lot more. And I just feel like the players are going to have a little bit more pep in their step, particularly the offense, because Jimmy G is playing. Honestly, feel that way. They're going to be excited. They're going to be a road dog in this one. So the Niners are really good on playing on the road, and they're going to feed off that energy. That pass rush is going to get to the Broncos. I'm not a big believer in Garrett Bowles. And straight up, like I don't trust the Broncos. I'm going with the Niners, man. 30-17.
I would say one last thing. Nathaniel Hackett's seen Denver a lot, seen San Francisco a lot the last few years with Green Bay. He might have a pretty good understanding of this defense and maybe has some ways to take advantage of it. That'd be my last little nugget.
We shall see. Let's go to Monday Night Football. Last game of the week. Dallas Cowboys 1-1 traveling to New York for the 2-0 Giants, the undefeated Giants. Dallas 2.5-point dogs. Money line Dallas 118. New York Giants -140. The over-under for this one is 39.5 points. Injuries on the Dallas side, of course. Dak Prescott out with a thumb. Dalton Schultz, questionable. Giants side, Leonard Williams, knee questionable. Kayvon Thibodeau, knee questionable.
I want to see Kayvon, bro. I hope he can come back for this. I feel like that could really add some juice to this Giants team. I'm sorry to cut you off before
no, you're right.
I'm just kind of anxious to see this dude, man. Because I think so many draft experts said he sucked. So many people loved him. Me and you loved him, man. I want to see him play.
I never would have thought the Giants will be 2-0.
Somebody picked them in 2 straight weeks.
I never would have thought that. Did you honestly believe that?
I truly believed. I was more confident in them in week 1 than week 2. But I had a really good feeling they were going to go 2-0 because I really like Brian Daboll. Danny Dimes hasn't been explosive or amazing, but let's be real, the Giants' offense is really predicated on the run and getting Saquon going. But they found ways to win. Daniel Jones hasn't been doing his little Daniel Jones thing. And I think Dallas last week kind of caught some of that, we got to step up because our guy Dak's out. There's been a lot of noise about us. They beat a Bengals team that's kind of reeling. And I think the Giants are going to take care of business at home in the New Meadowlands.
The one thing that scares me with this game, Max, Dan Quinn and Michael Parsons. They scared the shit out of me. I feel like this is kind of an interview for Dan Quinn to put the league on notice, saying, look what I'm doing with this defense. We are elite, and I'm ready to be a head coach again. Maybe even for the team that he's coordinating right now.
This is Dan Quinn's opportunity to steal Mike
Exactly.
McCarthy's job.
That's what I'm scared of, and I'm scared that he's gonna put Brian Daboll in his place a little bit. Part of it is not really Daboll's fault; it's really Daniel Jones. But that's what scares me with this one because the Giants are the Giants at the end of the day, and it could go falling downhill from here. But I'm with you. I got faith in Daboll. I got faith in Barkley mostly. I'm going with the Giants as well, man. I see that you have it a close game. I would not be surprised if that was a score. I got it in a one-score game also, 23-17 Giants.
17-14. It's not because I think Dallas is so supremely talented. I just think NFC East teams always play each other close unless there's this giant talent gap, and there's not a giant talent gap in this game. That being said, I think Danny Dimes going to have his best game of the year as long as Micah doesn't ruin things.
Yeah, look, that Dallas defense, rewatching the Bengals game, it kind of like put me in my place. I want to take Crow on that one because I was talking shit about Dallas week 1. How their defense did not look good.
I stand by it other than Micah. I stand by it.
I like what Trayvon Diggs showed. I like what Diggs showed, and I just like what Quinn has been doing with the defense.
Do you think this is the week, though, one? I'm sorry to cut you off. I really am. Do you think this is the week you see the real Cowboys? This is what they're going to
on the offensive side. Yeah, I can see that, but not on the defense. I think we were wrong about the defense. I know you're still holding on to that, but I think their defense is pretty good. And if it's not better than last year, it's the same. I truly feel like that. Dan Quinn is legit, dude. I like
Micah
Dan Quinn.
Is freaking legit.
Yeah,
defensive player of the year he's coming for it, guys.
Yeah. All right, there you have it. There's your picks. What is your lock of the week, Max? Who are you? It's hard this week. It's really hard. But who you going with?
I'm going with the freaking Eagles, baby. I'm going with the. Oh, you took the Raiders?
Raider Nation, stand the fuck up. It's a must-win game.
You ain't standing up.
It's a must-win motherfucking game for the Raiders. I'm rolling with Raider Nation. I'm rolling with the Raiders. We gonna win. It's a must-win. Lock of the week. Lock it in. Las Vegas. Let's go.
You guys lose. I want the first 3 minutes of the recap pod dedicated to how stupid you were to pick your team.
I'm rolling with the Raiders, man. Lock of the week. It's a must-win. Titans suck. They have to win this game. I'm putting my fucking fan card on the fucking line. Okay? I'm putting it on the line. Raiders, handle fucking business. All right? Jeez. Max, go ahead and do the outro, bro. I got wild up over here, dog. I got wild up.
I just want to say, guys, if you made it this far into the pod, just hit the like button or hit the subscribe button. We prefer the subscribe, but we'll take the like. We really appreciate you guys. Juan jinxed the podcast when he was talking shit to it. There were some graphics missing. Me and Juan are going to do an internal investigation. You only got to show your brother's comments. He made a comment saying I was right. You didn't fucking show it. I'm kind of salty about it. You didn't show Sean Gurley's comment because I don't even look.
I didn't see Sean Gurley.
He made a comment, Juan. You slacking.
Oh,
but you know who's not slacking? The listeners on the Max and Juan cast, because y'all have been killing it lately. The subs are up. The views are up. We do this stuff for ourselves first, second for you guys, because we love doing this shit. We used to do it all the time. We just never record it. We decided to record it one day. Y'all made it possible. I never thought we'd get to where we were, Juan. And I hope the best is yet to come.
Well said, Max. We'll be here same time next week. Oh, no, actually, no. Not next week. Not next week. We will still do the Pick'em show, but it will not be live. But it will be up Wednesday. We will have the Pick'ems for you guys. We'll have our locks. We will see you guys Monday morning. Sunday recap after I'm yelling Raider fucking Nation. We are out. Peace.
Raiders suck.
Oh, man.
You gonna end it?
Yeah, it's ending.
We're still live. What's up, everybody?
It's taking forever. I don't think we're live.